is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Big Dewey J, and you're listening to A Different Shade of Purple. Man, I got something I want to sit here and talk about because some things are just ridiculous. It is out of hand. Um, and I'm going to dive into it a little bit more, but a lot of this stuff that we sit here, we looking at, we talking about, this stuff started with Gamergate. Okay, now, for those of you who may not know, or who may have forgotten, because it seemed like Gamergate, now is like 1,000 years in the past. Gamergate happened when some of the right got tired of the left's BS. You know what I'm saying? And there was some BS that was on the left. Okay, as a matter of fact, I was on the side of Gamergate at the time. Now, the reason why that I was on the side of Gamergate is because it is absolutely ridiculous for you to come up and say that having female nudity in gaming is somehow wrong. It was absolutely ridiculous. Some of the arguments that they were coming up with, that somehow any mistreatment of women in video games was just an um, outright sign of misogyny. None of that crap didn't exist. Okay, none of that crap did not exist. Nobody, it was basically the left finding any reason to criticize men at the time, and it was ridiculous. And so, I was on the side of Gamergate at the time. You know what I'm saying? But as time went on, the right got more and more and more ridiculous. It's just ridiculous now. To the point now where any type of character they did show to have melanin in their skin, now all of a sudden it's just a bridge too far. As you see here, and by the way, pay no attention to like the tabs that I got up here, okay? I do not want to miss a tab in case I forget something. That's just how I am. But um, I was looking at A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something about me. When it comes down to anime, I'm a bit of a basic bitch. I'm a basic bitch. Okay, if I see something, like Isekai as a genre, or power fantasy, or, a revenge fantasy, anything like that, I'm just there. It don't have to have no kind of story. I'm just there. I love it because I love the idea of being who you are and being able to escape your current reality and going into someplace else where the rules change and you're able to have some type of metaphysical element that gives you power that you never had in the life that you originally had. Okay, I love it. I am such a fan of it. Okay, and so of course I got drawn into A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. Okay, now last episode came out. All right, episode 12. I give it maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Okay, pretty good. The rest of you may think of it. I loved it. God, I loved it. Okay, and I got down to the to some of the comments, and because I'm kind of interested in what other people have to say, and I just want you to take a look at some of this stuff. So some of this stuff ain't too bad. I agree with this comment. First thing the two sisters meet, they start punching the mess out of each other. I'm giving. Here's where it starts, bruh. I'm giving this a negative 2 out of 10. Was at least a 4 out of 10 until the DEI stuff. Woke-ish. Don't belong in anime. The Japanese need to understand that. Really? Really? Let me help y'all understand something. A melanated side character was shown in episode 11. No, I'm sorry. Not 11. 12. A side character. And I guess a bit of a spoiler for this anime. A problem with the elves got solved when they decided to not do inbreeding. Okay, now they show that by showing one of the most one of the higher the royal bloodline going off and dipping into the chocolate. Okay, or letting the chocolate dip into her. That's a bridge too far. That's a bridge too far. And I mean, what was it? God, what is his name? Um, Cat Williams. I wish I could put in just that meme here where he made that joke where he's talking about the presidents of the United States going white, 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 and then people got upset that they had one black president, right? There was a side character that was black that had melanin. Really, really, really. The woke BS was laughably obvious. Come on, inbred white elves. Reproduce with the black tattooed elf with the Rastas or go extinct. Really? This got a little too DEI at the end. Really? Really? Overall, give it an 8 out of 10. Not much drama, just days. Okay, that was not so bad. Let's see. No really high pitch. So they T God told them that they need to cut the Winston stuff and start importing DEI immigrant doctors and engineers. Really? Really? You really gonna sit here and tell me that there's somehow uh like some type of um some type of thing on what's going on here in America? So their T God told them they needed to cut the Winston stuff and start importing DEI immigrant doctors and engineers so they can have healthy mixed race babies like their priestess Ludicara, which is a mud shark. Wow! 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 Okay, I take that back. Maybe two characters. Two characters. Two characters. One which was their god, and the other one, a melanated side character. Wow. Okay, so he just went and copy and pasted another comment. Okay, that one's not too bad. DEI elf assortment. What? Two characters. Two characters in the entire anime. This is insane. Two characters. Good grief, man. So I have a question to ask. Um, that may be a bit controversial. Okay. Um, is it okay to start like practicing bigotry against white people? I mean, at some point we got to, man. We really got to start practicing hate against some of these white folks. We really got to. We got to, man. I mean, God. This is ridiculous. This whole two characters had melanin in their skin, and now the whole thing is woke DEI garbage. I want white people to really know and understand something. Melanated people ain't took shit from you. Now, to a degree, now, let me just sit here and say this, okay? To a degree, I can understand about having your jobs being shipped overseas, right? That is messed up. I mean, you can't even call customer service for the United States Postal Service without speaking to an Indian person, right? There is a difference between being xenophobic and actually being upset about not having jobs that can actually be here in the United States that can help people keep a roof over their head. Okay, there is a difference. Straight up. Straight up. Okay. But to sit here and say the whole thing was bullshit because you had two minor characters, one which was a background character, be melanated. Everything in this anime was white. And these trash fucking human beings got upset because there were two characters that had melanin in their skin. I truly do believe that it is time that we start become bigots towards white people. Like we really like whenever we just like we point them out, we see them, we know who they are, we expose them, and we just clown their ass, and we go at their job and say, "Hey, is this who you're hiring here? Is this a piece of trash that you're hiring here? We're not okay with this." Like I'm all of a sudden okay with cancel culture now. If it's for people like this, I am absolutely okay with cancel culture. I am absolutely okay with this. I am absolutely okay with make sure these people go broke and having these people doxxed and actually have these people know some modicum of fear like the rest of us do because the only thing that we try to do is fucking live. You just want to enjoy a good anime. Hell, you would like to see some goddamn representation. And you're upset that two minor characters, one of them being a background character, had melanin in their skin. I think it is time. Hell, I say it's time that we actually try to make it institutionalized and actually be racist towards some of these white folks. I think it's necessary. Because these people are upset that they saw two characters with melanin in their skin, two minor characters, one of whom was a background character, and they wanted to call the whole thing trash. That is insane in the membrane. That is insane in the membrane. Oh well, go watch a Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai for the diversity. Oh, for the diversity. The diversity. Oh my God, the diversity. Two melanated characters that showed up in the last episode. Oh, two melanated characters. Two melanated characters show up in an anime, and it's too much. I can't even right now. I can't even. This is too much, man. It will be a wonderful day when these stupid white folks come to the realization that we're not the ones taking from them, but it's the very politicians that they have elected that is taking the most from them. The only thing we want is our own. That's it. And there's enough in this world for us to have our own. But those who are in power want us begging and infighting. And these fucking whites buy into it hook, line, and sinker. These motherfuckers are at what's the vanguard of the power behind people like Trump. And they're the real final boss. And once we can get them to collapse and fall, that's when their power can be diminished. But you want to know something? I'm also going to sit here and say the left's got to come up off this bullshit too. I got a whole series. I'm maybe starting a whole series where I sit here and I talk about why the left needs to bring in more men. Look, as much as I sit here and talk about these conservative whites, the left has done so much to fracture its own base, to push away the very people that could be supporting our causes and our issues, but because somebody don't think exactly the way that they do, or because they have insane beliefs like hashtag believe women or believe all women, because somehow women don't lie about grape and essay, right? That they be the main ones to push away the very support that they need in order to, that is the most important to us to begin with anyway. So I don't know if there's much I can sit here and say. I mean, with me saying all that, maybe we need to start being more sexist towards women. Who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows? Y'all, I'm done. This is your boy Big Dewey J. Let me know what you think. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And if y'all start to like my content more, I will try my best to put more effort into it so I can make better videos and not just rant. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Take it easy.